Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another episode of Space Engineers. In today's episode, we're actually going to be working on getting that satellite to where it's got the anti-Federation device, which is just a fancy name for saying it's going to explode if anybody gets near it. We also need to work on the light, and in between the episodes, I was actually able to get through to the Triton identification forger. So we were able to mark that off the list. He said he's working on the papers and he should be done by next week. So we definitely do have a lot of time to work with. Apparently he's got to go through a lot of hoops because I am considered dead right now. So he's pretty much got to create a new identification for me. But that's good. We have that to look forward to. I definitely do also want to see if we can't get that light up and running because it's so dark over there. It's really annoying. Let's get some lights out. There we go. We'll probably just craft this up at Kaizo. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Hello, Kaizo. That's so annoying, like being right here and it doesn't select the panel, and then it's just like I'm staring directly at it, and I'm like pressing the button and I'm like trying to move my mouse to go over here to do stuff, and it's just that's so annoying. All right, iron. I know we're probably gonna have to do this right off the bat, so I'm just gonna do it before we do anything else. Hide empty. There it is. Put it into the refinery. I also want to move the magnesium in front as well. There we go. So we'll just get some iron crafting up because I know in a lot of the episodes I've had to do that in between a lot, and I probably one of these times off camera should probably go through the system and pretty much flush out all the uranium, put it into the base. Since Kaizo's got iron in it and the base needs uranium more than Kaizo does. He's already got so much refined uranium, it's ridiculous. But yeah, like I was saying, we need to get this light on, so let's craft up a couple of lights. Let's go to production, go to large blocks, and then go to light. There we go, spotlight. We're going to craft 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. We'll do 9 because I'm pretty sure I want to have 3 rows of 3, so that should be 9. All right, and I'm also going to need a bunch of steel blocks, so let me grab some steel out. That should be enough. All right, so this is, let's see here, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're going to place it right here, and I'm going to turn it to this block. Make sure to change the color. Actually, I should probably do it on this block. Go to a bigger block, and then go to this right here. Then from that, I can... Ooh, you know what? I can go like this. Ooh, whoops. Didn't want to do that. I can put these blocks. There we go. Now what we got to do is actually place the spotlights, which shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, that works okay. So the pattern I like to go with is in the corners, I go with up and down, and then in the middle, I go with straight like this, and then straight right here and here. So you'll see the pattern. It's kind of like our little light down here, which actually has charged up a lot off camera. Look at how much it's charged, almost all of the bars of green, which is really, really surprising because I would have swore that was going to take a lot longer to charge back up. But I'm glad it's charged up so much. It just means it's way more functional now. So I'm pretty sure I can queue all of these up. I can queue around, I think it is actually, the limit is 9, right? Oh, is it 8? Huh. I always thought it was 9. Or maybe I queued one twice. I don't know. Once we get all this welded up, I'm going to be really excited to go up into space and actually to fix the antenna to get the anti-piracy or anti-federation system. I got to come up with a better name than that. It's too difficult for me to say. Maybe I'll just abbreviate it. Like we'll just abbreviate to AFD, anti-federation device. There we go. All right, so let's add all the lights to a group. We're going to call it Begone Dark. There we go. Now go to groups, add the light to, we'll do number 2. There we go. So now I should be able to go up and down. So press number 1, come up with it or go down with it. I want to aim it right here. I want to go to the lights again, the group. Begone Dark. Then increase the radius, increase the intensity. We'll go with 1. There we go. Now we actually have some good light going on. Actually, I should probably increase the distance because it is pretty low. So let's go to the pistons. And we'll turn that into raise the roof. Oh, raise the dark. No, raise the light. That's too easy. I gotta make sure to misspell stuff. I gotta stop spelling stuff correctly. So we'll do toggle block off and reverse. So 4. Like I was saying, it actually gives this really cool pattern, like a chain link fence, sort of right here and right here. It's a really cool shadow effect when you do the lights this way. And at least now we can actually see into the grinder pit, which previously before we couldn't. All right, now we got to go up into space. What do I have in my inventory? Okay, I need the explosives. Okay, I've only got 1 here. Did I put it in something? Did I put it in the base by accident, not knowing what I was doing? Because I had the explosives crafted up. Oh, there they are. All right. Well, let's go up to the antenna and set up the anti-piracy device. Or what do we call it? The AFD. Anti-Federation device. So sadly, we do have to keep this antenna up as long as we possibly can. Oh, what's that? I just saw something. Oh, what is that? Right there. Ooh. I cannot believe I spotted this. There's just a bit of canvas here. I'll take it. Okay, we'll go to the antenna really quickly. So I decreased the signal since last time. I do need to get back into contact with him. I need to be in constant contact because if he finishes before, then we're going to have to quickly go into a very, very expedient journey. Since it's pretty much going to shotgun a chain reaction to stuff we're going to have to do. So I do need to go to the antenna and increase the range. Oh, it's already increased. So I did do a good job. All right. Okay, that's green. It should turn blue if it discovers me. But for now, since it hasn't discovered me, we're going to weld up these warheads. And we're going to add the warheads to the sensor. Set up actions, groups, warhead. Happy birthday! If it detects somebody within its range, I want it to immediately start countdown. I was thinking of doing it to where it just detonates, but I'm thinking now we're going to have a little bit of a warning, just so that way we don't kill Federation members. Because if we kill Federation members, it is grounds for immediate termination, whoever set up the trap for them. So if we give them enough time to get away, then it's just like, hey, this is a deterrent as opposed to an actual act of terrorism against the Federation. So in doing so, I'm going to have to go to the warheads, or happy birthday. And then I'm going to have to increase the detonation time from 10 to 20. Okay, we'll go for 35. And we're also going to broadcast a signal that's going to flash and say, warning detonation. We're going to use a beacon to do it. So we're going to unarm the warhead and we'll have a countdown instead. Screw it. Arm the warhead. Actually, you know what? I'm very clumsy. I'm going to turn that off. I know just how clumsy I can be. So that'll start whenever somebody gets into the range. I also need to put a beacon on it. And the beacon's going to flash, warning, self-destruct imminent. I probably should have brought something up here. Hindsight is 2020, my friends. Hindsight is 2020. We're also going to need a timer block because it needs to do 2 actions at once. It needs to start the warheads and it also needs to flash the warning signal. Once I put the beacon on, it's immediately going to broadcast to any nearby areas. I want the beacon to broadcast specifically to 30 or actually 50 meters. So that way it's like as soon as they get within the radius, it'll start going off. I don't want them to get too close to the device and then it gives them the warning. We'll heal up before we go back, and we have a list of things we need. We're going to need a beacon, small grid. We're going to need, I'm going to need it on the hotbar as well. Beacon, small grid, and we're going to need a timer block, small grid. There we go. Put that on the hotbar as well. Craft that stuff up, and we will go back into space, set everything up to where it immediately starts broadcasting, warning, self-destruct imminent. Or actually, I'll probably just say self-destruct initiated, or I don't know. We'll have to come up with something really easy, because I don't think the Federation's that smart. I don't think they know what the word immediate destruction or something like that. I'll just have to be like warning death imminent or something. I can't use the word imminent. I keep saying it, but I realize the Federation's not that smart. The soldiers will not understand what that means. I wonder if I could set it up to actually like have a countdown where it's like 10, 9, 8, 7. You know? I don't know how I would be able to do that though. We'll just stick with the bleeping or the bliddly boop. Bliddly boop. Weld the beacon up. 8. Put the timer block down. Weld that up. So we'll have to set up the timer block instead, and the timer block is going to be trigger now. This is timer block anti-Federation device. Set up actions. We're going to have the warhead set to start countdown, and we're going to have the beacon as toggled on. Okay. And then we're going to go to, let's see here, delay, none. Now the sensor, we're going to set that up to actually, whoops, not custom data setup actions. We're going to go and remove that. Oh my God, I almost hit detonate. That would have been terrible. We need the anti-Federation device, and we're going to trigger now. So as soon as somebody gets into range, it starts that, and it turns that on. So we're going to go to the beacon now. All right, that should work. I decided to go with self-destruct sequence activated. I tried a couple different things, and honestly, they are not going to get any of them. Initiated and other terminology like that just isn't viable for for the Federation. So self-destruct sequence activated, having it in big letters here. I'm going to have to go to the beacon and set it to red. If I can set the color to red. Can I not do that? I can't set the color to red? Oh, man. Huh, I thought I could set it to red. This is set up to broadcast to 50,000. Show ship name. No. Antenna. What's a name that the Federation wouldn't check up on? Rock in space. Rock in space. Yeah, they'll believe that. It's just a space rock. Self-destruct sequence activated. We'll go to the beacon and actually toggle that off. All right. Hopefully I never actually have to come back here to an exploded antenna, but well, it's definitely viable. Oh my God, that scared the devil out of me. I saw that and thought it was a Federation ship, but it's just a private sale. So private sales, they don't really report much on activities like having this in space. They don't really report that to the Federation. I used to believe that pretty much every person was against me when it comes to like dealing with the Federation. But it seems as if though a lot of people are actually really chill about the Federation nowadays. They don't like them at all. They just, you know, they're not going to turn you in. Let's just say that. Enough people have been screwed over by the Ooh, I want to check out that unknown signal. But enough people have been screwed over by the Federation at this point that they don't even lift a finger to help the Federation. It's that bad. It really has gotten that bad. It's rough. But I can't, you know, I can't say that the Federation taking control of the world was all that bad, because they have done a lot of good. Even though they've done a lot of bad, they've killed so many of my friends and family. They're not actually that bad. They've brought order to the universe as opposed to previously it was just chaos. It was complete chaos, actually. We were at war all the time, but the Federation, once they took over, it's been quieter. It hasn't been as bad, and there's less conflict between the races. There's less conflict between the planets. But there is one problem. Them having full control over everything, now rebellions are starting to rise up. The policing has gotten to the point where people don't want to tolerate the Federation anymore. And I mean, you can probably tell how many hoops I have to jump through just to get to the Earth-like planet, that the Federation isn't the easiest people to get along with, and they are corrupt. They are corrupt. The leader of the Federation, he's not the worst person, though. He has his ideals and he has his methods, but it's the soldiers. How big the Federation is, it's really the soldiers that are doing all this horrible stuff, as opposed to the leader himself, because he hasn't put any decrees or anything that's actually that bad. Most of it is just keeping law and order, making sure people have food and water, and people don't go hungry in the universe. But he's not out of the doghouse. He still condones a lot of the actions the military takes to control the people, which is horrible. I honestly didn't expect us to live this long on this planet. You know, I expected us to be fizzled out by now, but we've really held strong, guys, and it's all because of you guys. You know, the support that you guys have given me in being on this horrible, horrible planet, it's really kept me going. And I really, really sincerely appreciate you guys giving me so much support when it comes to fighting on this planet and fighting for our survival. It really, really means a lot to me, guys. So thank you. Thank you again. Alrighty, let's get this welded up. I've been staring at this platform for the longest period of time, and I've been wanting to weld it up for so long now. I'll probably have to get rid of one of those so I can weld up the middle. Make a lot more plates as well. There we go. Now I've got enough plates, I should be able to weld it all up. Alright, I'm going to grind this down. I'm going to weld this up. Ah! Oh my god, I almost murdered myself. Holy crap, that was terrifying. That's a crick on a crackle right there. A stick if I've ever walloped it, you know what I mean? Oh my god. There we go. Now that this is... Oh, I forgot to weld up the legs, haven't I? There we go. So I crafted up 1,000 plates, so that way we can finish all the legs and finish the tower so that we can have it all welded up so it's nice and strong. The grinder pit needs to be as strong as possible since it's going to be dealing with a lot of weight and a lot of ships eventually. I want to put a lot bigger ships into the grinder pit because, oh my god, that would be awesome to just watch the grinder pit chip away at a ship. Oh, be still my beating heart. It'd be like the time we had the gondola in here with like a small grid and it's like throwing everything all over the place, except just imagine a massive ship where it's just slowly getting ground down. You know what? That's an idea for the like a future grinder, right? We have a grinder with like spinning wheels so it like pulls the ship into it and tries to push it into each other and then grinds it down as it does it. Oh, that would be so cool. It'd probably get stuck a lot or break. But man, it sounds like it'd be such a cool thing to do. Like have the grinders on a spinning wheel, so it's trying to pull them all in. Oh, now that I said that, I want to do it so bad. I got an idea of how it would work too. We would probably have to, oh my god, it would require so many rotors. But have like a full line of, oh man, no, that wouldn't work. Angles on rotors are really difficult to actually figure out. Like figuring out what angle a rotor is at, I just don't know. It's really, really hard for me to wrap my head around. It's one of the things that I just don't really understand. And, you know, I don't understand a lot of concepts in Space Engineers still. I am fairly noobish when it comes to rotors. I use them a lot, but I still don't know everything about rotors, the mechanics of them, how Clang works with the rotors. It's not because of a lack of trying. I just can't wrap my head around it, honestly. But essentially, it's just too difficult for me to figure out at what point the rotor is turning or what degrees the rotor is going to be able to go to. Apparently there's some math you can do to figure it out or something. I don't know. I usually just wing it. I know I probably shouldn't be winging it, but it's just what I do. I just now realized that I probably can't weld this up. You know what? There is a way that I can probably still weld it up. Let me do it like this. If I put a block here and here, then I can grind this down and then weld that up, put the block back, and then grind these two down. Nice. That wasn't too bad. There we go. Wow, I need another 1,000 plates. Nice. That's a lot of plates. No wonder I'm always out of iron. I'm constantly crafting up like 1,000 plates. But what's funny is I still never have plates. It's so annoying. I'm always crafting them up, but I never have enough. It's like a catch-22 situation. Put it like this. A little bit of design on it. Never hurt anybody. Right. Design over functionality. That's what I always say. Who wants it to work when you could just have it looking awesome? It does look pretty cool, though. That looks a lot better. It looks like there's actually internals. Like there's like a differential in here somewhere, or oh man, what is it called? Like a U-joint in the very center, and it's like what would that be? A 5-way U-joint going down here. I could probably fill in the corners with this. I kind of like the way it looks now. Does that look good? What about like that? Oh, ew, stop, no. Stop that. None of that, thank you. Alrighty, guys. That's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.